Students will be returning to face-to-face classes when the 2022-2023 academic year begins on September 19th. Nation News went out to see how back-to-school shopping was going for retailers and families.
Well, leading up to, because this is the last week now. So last weekend gone was the penultimate one. So we've had some, I would say it's been decent. We obviously can't compare the last 2 years because there's been no school. So we're very grateful that school is full back in now, 5 days a week, full classrooms, etc. We've had some challenges in terms of merchandise, where I would say we got like 90% of our stock. But like for instance, socks, we will now get them in the store tomorrow. Like white socks, we've had no white socks for the entire back to school. Some sizes of the clothing as well, there's been issues getting them. But by and large, I think we're pleased. Sales are not what they were in 2019, but that has a lot to do, I believe, with A, the economic climate, B, inflation, and C, supply chain. So while we are busy, as you can see, we are not as busy as we were the same time in 2019.
I know with the supply chain issues, one of the concerns was the pass on of cost of freighting and what's not. Have you guys been able to maintain the same prices as pre-pandemic?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. It depends on where the stock is coming from. We do our best to absorb what we can. But to keep in mind, everything has gone up so much. First cost from the suppliers, the freight out of the Far East especially is astronomical. But regarding uniforms, we made a decision this year to keep our margins lower than they were before. So our price points are as affordable as we can possibly get. We cannot get any lower.
If you had to put a percentage on the increase, what would it be?
On the increase? Right now we've had not much increase in terms of the clothing. The other stationery and whatnot, I really don't know. I can't give you an idea. I know, like for instance, freight out of the Far East has gone up 3 times. So a container used to cost you $4,500 US is now $12,000, right? And duties are compounded on that. So where we're able to maintain our markups we have and our margins. A lot of times we have eaten some of the margin because we recognize with the inflation and whatnot, and in some cases we've had no choice but to pass it on. And even from our local suppliers, and this is not really with back to school as such, but our local wholesalers, of which we buy confectionery and toiletry, a lot of stuff, we've had price increases in almost every category.
What has shopping been like for you, your experience?
Well, this is the last week, and it's been very difficult in terms of financially and stuff like that. Usually I do get these pants cheaper, but this one is $25 something. I don't know if I can afford this, so I'm just looking around to see what's the cheapest at this thing. Okay. It's been very, very difficult.
Compared to previous years, when you look at the price difference, how has it changed?
Changed drastically. These prices are ridiculous, but you don't have a choice but to buy them because the kids do have to get back into school. So what I am doing is I'm looking for their school stuff, and then the games will come after. After they go back in. I cannot afford it. I'm not working. We are just only one person working in the family, so this is how it's going to be for me. But it's very, very difficult.
So how have you been coping, dealing with the cost changes and what's not?
Honestly, you mean in terms of the supermarket and everything?
Just in general.
It's been hard. We live from week to week, sometimes day, to day, to be honestly.
Back to school shopping, expensive. Everything skyrocket. So you can only buy 1 or 2 or something. You can't buy 5 or nothing. And usually we will buy 5, but we can't buy 5. We could only afford to buy 2.
Yeah. So, what in terms of the uniforms or stationery? What are the things that have skyrocketed? The different prices.
The prices in the uniforms, yeah. Prices in the uniforms skyrocket.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't buy 5 for your children now to wear one every day. You gotta buy 2 or 3.
Well, this year it's easy for us to compare because last year we didn't have a September trade. As you may recall, school was preempted so we never had the September trade. I'm very pleased to see that it's come back, and it's come back robustly. I'm also very pleased to see that although we had terribly late deliveries on some of our items, our customers waited and they were loyal, and we finally got them in the store. It's been a difficult period to get goods in from all of our sources, and I wouldn't want to live through this one again. But fortunately, it's all here. The quality is right. We've held the prices, and we're doing our part. So generally speaking, I'm extremely pleased.
On that point of prices, I know the global supply chain issues and the passing on of costs with the increasing freight and what's not. Have you guys been truly able to keep prices reasonable? What people consider reasonable in comparison to previous years?
Well, I think that without a shadow of a doubt, we took the corporate decision not to increase prices and to offer a cash discount for the summer. So we were no higher than last year. I can tell you that our costs have gone up anywhere between 7 to 12%. We have taken the decision to absorb it because we believe that the Prime Minister made it clear that she wanted corporate Barbados to do their part to make sure that the inflation doesn't rise to a point that everybody is impacted. So we've done our part. And we would like to continue, as I say, but I think we have adequate stocks that will take us right through. And those of you who have been unable to get what you needed so far, it's now in stock. So I wish that we give us the opportunity to provide your needs.
So overall, you're satisfied with how business?
Absolutely. Last year was a terrible disaster for anybody in back to school. And this year, sadly, because of supply issues, we were late. But generally speaking, the demand has come back as strong as it was in 2019.
I'm not fully prepared, but I did some shopping in July, so I'm just trying to wrap it up. I will say that in July they had a lot of various school items on sale that were way below the original price, and now I have returned going into the August, the end of August, September. Prices have kind of gone back up there. But I would say that parents who are receiving any difficulty during vacation will find it difficult to cope at this time. But it's still good that there are a lot of charities out there who are willing to help parents to get past this particular hurdle. So I would say that any parent who's going through any difficulty, just make sure that you get the essentials to at least get them into school, and then as they go in, you add additional whatever they may need. So basically just come to buy school clothes, finish off the school clothes, finish off the tie, finish off those stuff, get them through the door, and then I would add the additionals as time goes by.
Has it been, in terms of the cost of the uniforms, are you buying the material or are you getting the uniform?
Now, I make my daughter's skirts, so I basically have skirts that they had before. So I didn't have to buy any material this year. For my boys, I had to buy pants and shirts. They were kind of expensive, especially long pants, but it is what it is, you know. And my son still had pants from last year as well, so I just buy a couple more.
Okay, well, business for Bridgetown Duty Free back to school has been relatively well. We still have the back to school backpacks, we have the school shoes, the hush puppies, and we have all the books on the upstairs in our pages department. As we told you previously, we are phasing out our school uniforms, but we still have selected schools, selected sizes, and as you're aware, we have them on sale at this present point in time.
Okay. I know you mentioned you're phasing out, but supply chain issues and what's not, have you guys been able to maintain or keep the cost to the pre-pandemic levels of school items?
Yes, basically we have. As far as the supply chain, yes, we have been affected mainly in our shoe department, whereby the hush puppies that we do have are mainly black. We didn't get any brown hush puppies. We only got the black ones.
Yeah, it's been really good. My stock has been coming in every week. I have new stuff. Thank you. So I'm just, whatever I can sell, I just sell everything that I got. Some things I wasn't able to get this year. Nike was very low on any school shoes this year, so I have no Nikes, but I substituted it with other brands like Reebok, Adidas, Hush Puppies. Brown was also a big problem for us this year. Brown is very hard to get. Velcro shoes in brown are hard to get. There's so many things that was very hard to get, but we were able to substitute it with something else.
Okay. And then quickly, I know because of the supply chain issues and freighting costs increasing and whatnot, were you guys still able to maintain the prices, or did you have to pass on?
Fairly. I mean, if there was an increase, maybe you're looking at $5 or $10. I try not to go too overboard with it because I know that the people are, having a hard time. They have to buy so many things: this uniform, backpack, shoes, everything. So I try to keep my things as reasonable as possible. What I've been doing, I like to every year. I've been doing this for a few years. I do packages like folders with like notebooks, crayons, pens, pencils, rulers, anything I could do, like give a little package to help out the parents a little bit as well,